with Catholic Charities, we were fortunate to have resilient communities. We're working down in Port Sulphur with Father Stapleton, and in Point Lahash with Father Joseph, and the people are very resilient. But I got to tell you, our statistics right now have 10,000 families came to us for basic services. Right after the event, we had people standing in line at 3 a.m. in the morning for food vouchers. So it began for us to look at the systemic problems in restoration, and from the NGO and faith-based community, it's important for us to, it's mentioned several times, about human restoration, the interface between culture, lifestyles. You mentioned socioeconomic impacts, employment, spending patterns, lifestyles have all been affected. So you really got to look at it as an integrated approach. For us structurally, if this was a natural disaster, we'd immediately had disaster food stamps, disaster unemployment, mental health, case management. We didn't have any of that because it fell under the All Spill Pollution Act. And so we have to revise the All Spill Pollution Act to include human recovery. And Chris has worked very good with us on helping us think through long term on how could we make sure that the definition of restoration, even in NERDA, includes human restoration. That, you know, that concept, the people are resilient. The families we're finding in rural America, these are rural communities, are strong, family-oriented. 70% of our families are nuclear families. And this is a strength and an asset we have. But their life has been disrupted. Now, they're resilient, and we're doing a lot of work with them right now. We're working on getting a plan in place, okay, education, employment. Some of the systems are misaligned. Workforce right now, NEG, is somewhat misaligned with what's really needed in the community. There's about 10 million in the states for workforce, and we got to work to tweak the NEG to make sure the fishermen can access, if for a while they can't go to fish directly, they could stay in their communities, stay in with their families. It's very important right now for family stability. We don't want depression to take over, domestic violence. These critical family-sustaining issues are important, and we have a chance to do it right. But right now we have some structural challenges, the way funding is coming down. We have to pretty much raise funds on our own, which we're doing, and we're going to continue to do. But overall, my message would be to include human restoration, and that thing was said many times, because the people are resilient, but we got to make sure the families don't fall through the cracks. They're sustained until the fisheries come back, the pricing level come back, our stocks come back, and they can engage in their livelihood. Thank you.
Cool, Doug.
Good job. Good job.